Hey guys, today I am in our 2020 GLE450. Now we already did a video on the 2020 GLE350, so if you're interested in seeing that walk around, go ahead and click our link down in the description and you can go see that video. But this car is a little bit different. It has some different qualities and features, and so we're going to go over those, and I'm just going to do a test drive and a little walk around and show you some of the features for this vehicle. Now, what makes this vehicle so unique is it has a regular engine motor, and it also has an electric motor. So the electric motor is behind the engine and it's connected to the drive shaft and is powered by a 48-volt battery. And so what that does is create a little boost, and I talked about it in one of our last walk around videos where it was almost like a loading bar when you took on the accelerator, and it made it go faster and more responsive, and that's basically what it does. So you have the engine, and then right behind you have the battery and the electric motor. And so that's kind of what is really cool about this one. It's not your typical hybrid, and it's a little bit more different, and that's why people are just so excited about this car, is because of that feature. So we call that the EQ boost. Not the only thing that sets us apart from the GLE350 or any other models, the older models from this one. So I'm going to take you around the inside first, and then we'll do a quick little outside to see what the car looks like, and then I'll test drive it and let you know how it feels and all of that. So let's get into it. Okay, so right away you can tell that on this model we have these little armrests right here, and that is different than most any models that we have, and that's what makes this car more unique. So on the around here we have ambient lighting to add some more detail, and it's honestly very comfortable, and it's not too big around the hands or anything. But we also have the new touchpad right here. So this is just a little place to rest your palm as you navigate the controls. And so you just swipe throughout to get whatever screen that you want to see. And so now we're navigation, and it's super easy to use, and it has quick access tools. So if you just push the home looking button, then it takes you straight to home. So you go back to this page right here, and you also have a back button. So if you're panicking and you're like, I don't know how to get back, and you don't have to go all the way from home and retrace your steps, just a simple push the button and you're back to that last screen. We also have our dynamics right here to change it from sport mode, comfort mode, eco mode, whatever you want to do. And we have our radio, telephone, navigation right here, and our volume. And then in here is just a manual push garage door type thing where I put my keys and everything. And this is similar to the GLE350 with all these buttons, and they're pretty self-explanatory. You have all your heating and cooling options right here. And we have kind of like a retro style vent going on right here. And we have usually in some of the models it's more round, and they use that kind of, but we have like a rectangle for our heating and cooling right here. And then our screen. The screen looks a little bit more different in this one. As you can see, we'll focus right here on the dash. So right here we have our navigation. So when you're driving, it pinpoints your exact location. So right now we're not on the road, we're parked, and it can show that. You can see the streets. And it's very clear about the lane assist and how fast you're going, the degrees, the time, everything that you need is just right here. And of course you can customize it to whatever you want, but this right here is a really good setup. You just barely have to look off the road, and everything is here and easy to see. You can see our cool little vents right here. Some air's coming out right here behind the screen. I also want to look at our nice beautiful trim. So now let us go check out the outside. I'll just do a quick walk around on what we have out there. So right away you can see that we have a little bit more detail and differences in our front grille up in here. Look at all this incredible detail we have throughout here. It's very masculine and all that, but it's also, I think it's very attractive with all the lines and all the cutouts that you have throughout it. The beautiful diamond grille, the huge star in the front, and then of course you have the Mercedes-Benz logo right here. But then look at these power bulges. Look at how they stick out and they define the vehicle. And even the lights are very pretty, and you have the two bulbs going through there. We have the multi-spoke wheel. I honestly don't really like these wheels, but of course there are people who do, and that's of course perfectly fine. It's just preference. You can change it and you can get the model for however you like it. Come around the back. They kind of have a mix between, we have models that have more of a boxy back and then some that have this, what we call the sleevey back, where it angles more. So this is kind of a mix between both, where it's rounded off, but it's also nice and square. Peek back here in the back seats. Nice black throughout. And then let's look at the up here. Look how big this panel sunroof is. It goes through pretty much the length of the entire top of the car. So that's freaking cool. It's always nice to have as much light as possible, and you can see the scenery, especially for road trips or you have long commutes. So now we are gonna go for a little test drive, and we are going to show you the features that we have and just give you a quick overview on how it feels and how it functions. Right away, it's very nice and smooth. The steering wheel feels really nice. It's not too big, it's not too small. I like the leather bound steering wheels where the whole thing's wrapped in leather. Feels really, really nice. Yeah, it picks up speed really nice. It's very smooth, no jerking or bumping. Everything in here is very pretty. I love the dashboard. I just can't get over all the clean lines and how it's so simple to see how fast you're going and what road you're going on with the navigation right here. But it turns great. The steering wheel, some steering wheels have heavier, like it's almost like you have to push it more to turn, but it's just very nice and smooth. Feels really, really nice. And I'm 5'1", so I'm pretty short, and this is an SUV, and sometimes SUVs I don't really like to get into because I feel so short. Honestly, it feels nice. It doesn't feel too bad. Yeah, the seating's very comfortable. It's just the right amount of sport in the right areas. I also want to show you this cool feature. So right now I'm stopped. I'm not in reverse, I'm in drive. And this screen right now is showing what's happening right out there. Isn't that so cool? So what's happening? It's happening in live time. And it's like almost like your dash cam. And it's pretty cool. I also want to talk about something else that this car has. So if we peek right here in the dash, so you can see these two little car symbols. So this one is blind spot assist, and this one is lane assist. So the blind spot right now shows that we're green, we're not going to go and change lanes and hit somebody. And this one right now isn't green because there's no lanes around us right now. I'm in the parking lot. But once we start going, and if we start going, then this will turn green. And if there are dangers or if we're about to cross the line, then it will change colors, and then the steering wheel itself actually bumps to get you back into the correct lane, and it also slows down the vehicle depending on how fast you're going and if there's going to be a collision. And of course you can turn these off if you don't like them, because sometimes the car miscalculates. Like I was just driving back to the dealership and there was old faded lanes. They painted new lanes and these ones were faded. And the car thought I was crossing lanes even though I was in the proper lane. And so of course the car isn't perfect, but it's also very, very valuable for if you're falling asleep on the wheel or you are distracted in driving, which you should never be, but it happens, and that's why this is a feature that you have. And I think it's super, super valuable. So I just wanted to talk about that. Of course, if you want to come see this or yourself, and you want to test drive it for yourself, you're more than welcome to call our dealership, get with any of our sales representatives, and come down and drive it for yourself.